Michelle Obama recalls telling daughters she's done parenting because no one listens to me. Imagine hearing that Michelle Obama, the poised, unshakable former First Lady, once admitted she quit parenting in the middle of a meltdown. One daughter froze, panicking at the thought of losing her mom's guidance, while the other simply grabbed her blanket and walked away. That night, in its chaos, revealed the traits that still define Malia and Sasha today. That night didn't start dramatic. It was just one of those evenings where everything quietly stacks against you. Barack was out of town, the house was loud, and Michelle was on solo duty with two little kids who had absolutely no interest in listening. Bedtime should have been routine, but instead it turned into chaos. Toys everywhere, energy through the roof, instructions completely ignored. She asked them to get ready for bed, once, then again, then louder. Nothing. No response, no urgency. Just two kids doing whatever they wanted while the clock kept ticking. The exhaustion hit fast, not the slow, tired kind, but the sharp frustration that comes when you realize you're talking and no one is hearing you. And that's when the patience finally snapped. That's when it came out of her mouth before she could stop it. In the middle of the noise and the ignoring, Michelle reached her limit. She didn't threaten, she didn't lecture, she just gave up. At least in that moment. She told them she was done parenting. If no one was going to listen, then clearly they had everything figured out on their own. It wasn't said for laughs. It wasn't some playful warning. It was pure frustration spilling over after being pushed all night. And that's what made the moment hit so hard. This wasn't a random mom venting online. This was a future First Lady admitting she had a breaking point too. No polish, no perfect response. Just a tired mom reacting in real time, hoping, maybe, that the message would finally land. The moment those words landed, the room shifted. Malia froze. She heard it. She felt it. Suddenly, this wasn't a game anymore. Her voice softened as she rushed to respond, telling her mom she didn't know what she'd do without her. It wasn't dramatic, but it was sincere. In that instant, the message worked. Inside, Michelle felt it too, that quiet relief, that confirmation that at least one of them understood what she was trying to say. The frustration eased just enough to feel justified. For a second, it seemed like the chaos had finally cracked, but across the room, someone else was watching and reacting in a completely different way. While Malia was trying to fix the moment, Sasha had a totally different plan. The 3-year-old had been sitting quietly on the stairs, taking it all in. No tears, no panic, no apology. She grabbed her blanket, turned around, and started walking back upstairs like a weight had just been lifted. It wasn't defiance, it was confidence, almost relief, as if she was thinking, finally, I can do this my way. Michelle watched in disbelief as Sasha casually climbed a few steps, ready to settle in and watch TV like nothing just happened. That's when Michelle realized the strategy worked perfectly on one child and completely failed on the other. Michelle didn't let Sasha get far. Before she could disappear upstairs, the mom voice kicked back in and shut it down. But the message was already clear. Even at 3 years old, Sasha wasn't wired to respond to pressure or emotional appeals. She wanted space, she wanted control, and she wanted to learn things her own way. Years later, that same trait still defines her. Michelle has openly said her younger daughter doesn't respond well to being told exactly how to do things. You can give her advice, sure, but she's going to figure it out herself. It's the same independence that showed up on that staircase long before anyone was watching. And those early differences would only become more obvious as the girls grew up in the public eye. After their father's presidency ended, both daughters stepped into adulthood, but in very different ways. Malia moved toward the creative world, quietly building a path in filmmaking. When she premiered a project at Sundance, she even dropped the Obama last name, choosing to be credited as Malia Ann. Not because she had to, but because she wanted to prove something. Sasha took a quieter route. She focused on school, graduated with a sociology degree, and settled into life mostly outside the spotlight. No big announcements, no public career launch, just steady steps forward. Michelle has made it clear that neither path was accidental. She wanted her daughters to earn their place, not inherit it. And that early bedtime standoff suddenly made a lot more sense. That night wasn't just a funny parenting story, it was a preview. One daughter needed reassurance, the other needed freedom. And Michelle, like so many parents, was learning in real time that the same approach doesn't work for every child. What makes the story stick isn't the meltdown, it's the honesty. Hearing a former First Lady admit she hit a wall reminds people that no title, no success, and no image makes parenting easy. Sometimes the most revealing moments happen late at night, when patience runs out and kids show you exactly who they're going to become.